Meet Natalie. Natalie loves books.
This is your brain on books. Any questions? And this is Angela. She's a very serious jazz singer.
Shooby-dooby-dooby-doop-doop-doo. And sure, we both like to stay informed, but this world sometimes, am I right? You know what we need? 30 minutes of meditation.
Pop culture meditation.
So we're here to remind you.
We get it. You're smart. But right now, take a deep breath and put your books down. Angela, hi.
Hi. Hello, Natalie. So nice to see you.
It's so nice to see you.
I just drank an eggnog. This is airing after Christmas, I think, but I'm still in eggnog mode as of this recording. So I didn't even have time to show it to you on the video because it just was too fast. I was like, it's beautiful.
Delicious.
It was an eggnog. Here's what it looks like now.
I had never really had it. Yeah, I never really had any. And I was going to my liquor store and I asked Scott, I was like, should I get eggnog? He was like,
so
I
good.
was like, but I'm having a weird thing with dairy.
Oh, yeah. Well,
like I just don't, I mean, I have to have like almond milk and I would rather like a splash of my coffee with like whole milk. I would rather all of that. It's just like, I don't know. I'm not handling it as well. And he was like, I'll roll the dice if you will. I was like, let's do it. So I got it. So I got some. And he makes the best one with all the accoutrement. So, but yours has whipped cream.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, with a little nutmeg. Anyway, hi. Hello.
Hi,
what are we talking
hi.
about today, Natalie? Welcome everybody who's listening to Put Your Books Down.
And thank you for being here. We are over the moon grateful. There's really no words.
No, and we want to say right off the bat, we should just tell them
yes,
if you are listening right now, please go and like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, send us a 5-star review. Go ahead and send us an Apple Podcast review. Tell your friends.
What do you want to hear about?
Kids, what do you want? Hide your wife. Whatever. But
what do you want?
Please,
tell us.
Just go out and love us because we need you so much and we appreciate you so much.
So much.
Anyway, I want to get that out of the way. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
What are we talking about today?
Well, today, Angela, we're talking about something I have a lot of experience I can speak to, and it's just it's a lot about my humor and what I like. And it's something that everyone in my life that knows me, like really knows me, knows that I am guilty of. I have so many favorite bad movies, and I know they're bad, but there's some like lots of them are comfort. Yes. Lots of them just make me laugh. Lots of them I just can like have on the background. It's like just keeps my head from laying on the pillow and having my own thoughts.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about our favorite bad movies or shows. I know you have your favorite bad programs.
Yes.
So
I've got a couple of movies in there too. Yeah.
Okay. Mine are all movies. So, but I can probably think of some when you talk about your programs.
Yeah. And I want to say right off the bat here, I feel like there's two kinds of people in this world. There's people like us who can stomach watching things that are bad because we just know it's just kind of a train wreck. And then there's people like Frank, my husband, who are like, how can you stand watching that? It's so terrible. And I'm like, I don't know. There's something about it that's holding me and keeping me. And frankly, don't we live in a culture where we all kind of do like bad things anyway for some sick reason? Like there's sick reasons why I don't know if it's sick, but it's like there's reasons why we like bad things.
Well,
things that are
like,
deemed
there's
bad.
A whole psychological study on like people as like yours truly that I love watching, learning about serial killers and true crime TV. But it also there's like a whole study about people like that. And it's about adrenaline and dopamine. And like, there's all these kind of things. And also there's a satisfaction of not wanting to look away, not wanting to look away, and unable to look away, and just like, can I get through this? Can I do this?
Right.
And none of my movies are like that because these are movies I can watch a lot, or I have watched a lot. But I've watched certain things like the movie The Substance. It's a horror movie. I love horror movies. I had to buy it to watch it, and I own it now. I've seen it. I will never watch it again. It was amazing.
Gotcha.
I'll never watch it again. But these are things like it's curiosity. Like you want to know.
Yes. Sure.
And I put Scott through this a lot. Like I make him
Yep.
watch, and he's a good sport about it. He can like get up and do like a something and come back. You know, I
Yeah.
don't expect like commitment with like
No,
sitting
no,
there
no,
watching all of Anaconda,
no. Right.
which I did. We did watch, and it's such a good sport. And I mean, like he got up kind of a little bit, but I didn't, and I wasn't like pausing it or
Yeah.
anything. But I
No. Just
love the
gotta let
movie
it go.
Anaconda.
Yeah.
No, but he was like, "This is so bad." But you could
Ugh,
see the
so
sparkle
terrible.
of getting sucked in, even being like, "Oh my
Yes.
god, this is horrendous." I mean, Jon Voight with
Yes.
a low pone. Stop.
Yeah.
But you got
No.
J Lo,
It's
you
too
got
much.
Ice Cube, you got Owen
Yeah.
Wilson, you
Yeah.
got Jon
Yeah.
Voight,
Yeah.
you
I
got
know.
a
It's
computerized CGI Anaconda that
yeah.
there's not any way looks real.
Right.
It's not even as well done as Jaws.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
if Anaconda is, I'm gonna watch. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it. I used
Right.
to love snake shows. This isn't even as good as a snake show.
Yeah.
But Anaconda, I'm just kicking it off.
Yeah. Just
Is one
kicking
of
her
my
off
favorite bad
right there.
movies.
Yeah.
I love it.
My dad used to, my dad was an art dealer and he had really good taste in art. And he used to always, people would come into the gallery and say, what makes this good? What's the difference between bad art and good art? And his answer was always, I loved his answer. It was always, look, if it holds you and keeps you interested for a long period of time and you can't look away from it, then it's good.
Hey,
And I was like, that's kind of a relativist, approach.
that's
However,
amazing.
there's a
It's
lot of stuff that, like, for example, abstract art or expressionist art, like, we don't know. It's not like representational. It's not like it's this, but why is it so interesting? I don't know.
right.
People
Well,
are like, my
everyone's
kid could
obsessed
do
with that
that. No,
banana
they
with
couldn't.
well, or I'm always like, I could do that. But
Right.
it's like that painting that's going around the interweb of a banana like taped to the wall or like with some duct tape, and everyone's like, "Why is this art?" I'm like, "Because we're talking about it."
Right. We're
And
sitting there
also,
talking about it.
if you don't like it, it's
You
someone
don't have to
else's
look at it.
art. Leave it
Yeah.
alone. Move
Leave it
on.
alone.
Go watch.
Yeah.
Look at something else. Like
That's kind of
don't
how I feel
discredit and
about
don't
bad
put
movies.
down other people's art choices.
That's how
And
I feel
movies are
about
art.
bad
TV's
movies.
art.
Yeah.
Right. But that's how
For
I feel about bad
sure.
movies. But I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I am fortunate enough to have a lot of people that share these favorite bad movies with me. There are
Yeah.
several that are. I mean, I'm sure it's
Yeah.
all relatable, but
Sure.
it takes a lot. Let me tell you this. This
Yeah.
show episode should be called Brave because this leaves us really vulnerable for mockery and what our insides are made of what
Right.
we will watch over and over
Yeah.
again.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
terrible, but
For
entertains
sure.
us. So what we're
For
really doing
sure.
is like we are allowing whoever listens to this to get into our therapy sessions, a private therapy session on what we're watching. Why? I mean, this tells a
And
lot
what
about a
comes back
person,
up
and
over and over
it
again.
might be weird. And you know what?
Yeah.
I am vulnerable enough as a human to put myself out there, and I feel like you are too. And
Yes.
it takes a lot
I'm
of,
not ashamed.
I'm not ashamed.
Me neither.
If anything, with this topic, I'm shameless
Yeah.
because like bring it
Shameless.
on.
Yes.
I will
100%.
out bad movie you.
Yes.
Try
Let's
me.
get into it. Let's get into it.
I already did. I said Anaconda. You're up.
Oh, okay. So the first one, this is the sort of the mothership of bad movies that I think most of my girlfriends, if you are my age and you are, of a certain age, if you're my age and you're of a certain age,
Okay.
you probably love this movie from the 70s. It's called Xanadu. It's a terrible film. It is terrible. Xanadu is by far a terrible movie. It is cheesy. It is dorky. It is unrealistic. The acting is,
But it's Olivia Newton-John.
but it's Olivia Newton-John on roller
Who hates
skates.
anything that Olivia Newton-John is
And
in?
it is so
She's an
good.
angel.
It is so good and so rife with just cheese that you just cannot look away. And then you just can't stop looking at Olivia Newton-John the whole entire time.
I mean,
Plus, I will say one thing that is legitimately good about this movie is the music. It's all ELO, Electric Light
I
Orchestra, did all the
love
music.
Yellow. That's that whole.
And so, like,
So that actually makes it a good movie.
it kind of makes
if
it a
you
good
have a
movie.
good soundtrack and you've got Olivia Newton-John, you got ELO.
Yeah.
I
The plot,
love
though.
ELO.
The plot,
Electric
though.
Light
And
Orchestra.
I know.
For the layman's.
And Gene Kelly is in it. So I mean,
Okay. That's
but
actually just not a bad movie.
But it really is. I mean, if you put this on, if I put this on, Frank would be like, "Why are you watching this infernal show? This is
Sure.
absolutely ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
can be
move on.
painful.
Go to your next.
I'm trying to pick up my next one that I want to
hmm
say out loud.
Just go
All
right
right.
down the list.
No, it's a smorgasbord. All
Okay.
right. I love this movie. It's ridiculous and whatever. Tremors.
Oh, yeah. Tremors.
I
Yeah.
love Tremors. It's an action movie. There's a
hmm
worm. They're worms. Okay.
Yep.
You got
Yep.
Kevin Bacon. You
Yeah.
got Reba with guns.
I mean, come
And they're
on.
running away from these sandworms that I know aren't real. And these sandworms
hmm
are very smart, even though
Yes.
worms don't have like real actual brains.
Right.
But these are the savviest sandworms. But
Yeah.
it is full of action.
It should be
It
called Savvy
has
Sandworms.
mullets.
Yeah.
It's got
Yep.
Reba.
Yeah.
I love Tremors and I can watch it. Anytime Tremors is on, I have to watch it. I can
feel
start
like
it from the
that's,
middle. I'll do it. It's got the
yeah.
dad from Family Ties.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
Gross?
Yeah, and he's like way into guns. He's Reba's
Oh, my
husband who they
God.
have they have all the ammo.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But people die, from the worms. Go on.
Tremors. All right, people. Listen, the next one that's coming up for me, because I picked a lot of shows. And so this is a show that came up on Instagram, or was like a clip that came up on Instagram. And I remembered that I used to sit and watch this terrible show and I could not get enough of it. And I just am going to claim it right now. Small Wonder. Okay.
Me
Small Wonder.
Me too.
Why
I
did we
loved
watch Small Wonder?
Because she's a robot. It was
It's
futuristic.
Vicky, the robot child in this
How
red
about
dress.
that creep pervert neighbor with those bangs?
Oh my gosh. And
And
like,
then remember the episode where Small Wonder Girl smokes a cigarette?
yes.
And she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like her
Yeah,
whole
and
like
she would,
mainframe
like,
gets haywire because she's smoking cigs and she's a robot,
Yes.
an 11-year-old robot
yes.
that wears
But
an
also,
apron all the time. Why is she wearing an apron?
No, it's like a little
like a
dirndl
doily.
dress. It's a dirndl dress.
All
That
right.
was really popular in the 80s to have like a little dirndl dress kind of
But
thing.
what was like the basis? Like I loved that show. I loved it.
I
What
can't
was like
remember.
why was
Her
she there?
dad-
They
her
adopted her.
dad
They
and-
made her.
No, they made her, I think. Her dad made her or
Mhm.
something. But also the brother, Jamie, was
Mhm.
so special. Like he was so dorky. The acting is so
I don't even remember the
absolutely
brother. I
terrible.
was so focused on the neighbor and the robot
And then
girl.
Vicky, the little girl, she's like, I need to go to the other room now. Like that's how she talked.
I'm leaving, and we're all like, "This is adorable." I mean, this is hilarious. I mean, I could say the same
So
thing about
bad.
Family Matters. I could say the same about Full House.
Yeah, but come on.
There's redeeming
She's
things
a
of it.
small wonder.
I mean, I loved it though. And I remember that episode where she had smoked a cigarette because I had smoked a cigarette by then because I tried it when I was like 11 or 12, and I was like, and I remember being like, that girl can't hang.
That
She can't
girl
smoke cigarettes. It's messing up all of her robot cords. Grow
Okay.
up, robot. Okay. So another one of mine is this is another comfort movie and it helps me fall asleep too, but I love this movie so much. It's Mr. Wrong, starring Ellen
God.
DeGeneres and Bill Pullman
God. You've told me about this before.
and Joan Cusack.
I've never
as
watched
well.
it.
It is listen,
Sounds terrible.
it's so
I love the
wonderfully
cast.
bad. Well, I love Ellen. It's not
Yeah.
a secret.
It's not a secret that you love Ellen.
I
You're
love
always
Ellen.
going to love Ellen.
But this was when she still had her TV show. This is before she came out, so it's
Oh,
like
God.
I hate that she's playing roles that she wasn't comfortable doing. But like,
Right.
she is this ad
She's riding
person.
that wave.
She falls like she has this like meets Bill Pullman,
Yeah.
and they fall in love, and then he becomes a psychopath and dresses as a clown, and is so ridiculous. And then she ends up in Mexico. Listen. It is so funny though. I think it's hilarious. But I don't know. I don't
Sounds
know.
terrible.
No one
Sounds
else has
awful.
It's you can't say that you haven't seen it.
I think I've seen clips of it, but I've never seen.
You have to watch
I
all
know
of Mr.
you've talked
Wrong.
to me about it. I will.
Mr.
To prove my
Wrong,
love to you,
her
I will watch
clothes
Mr.
in
Wrong.
it, you can watch Mr. Wrong.
Yeah, I can
And
do it.
you know what?
I can do it.
Angela, you're
What?
welcome.
You're yeah. I'm gonna thank
jealous
you later.
I'm jealous that you've never seen
Right.
Mr. Wrong and that you get to see it for the first time.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
So, and she
okay.
does like some stand-up bits in there. She's like,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
happened to good television? Am I right? And you're like, oh, there's a little stand-up for you right there. I'll take it where I can get it. All right, your turn.
hilarious. All right, so this is one that I've actually talked about on the podcast before, but I'm just going to go ahead and lean back into it and tell you that I get a sick pleasure out of watching the worst reality show in the world,
Oh,
My Big Fat Fabulous Life. It is the worst show. She's the worst character. Her friends are the worst. Everybody's the worst. And
well, is this like a new one? I didn't know. I've not heard of
no,
one with the
it's
word fabulous in it.
My Big Fat Fabulous Life. That's what it's called. My Big Fat Fabulous Life.
But
Whitney Way-Thor.
there are branches off of like my 600-pound life.
No. That's a whole different thing. This is My Big Fat Fabulous Life. It's Whitney Way-Thor.
Well, that sounds fun.
Is the main character, and she's a large girl, and she's a dancer, and she has all these friends, and she does these dance videos, and
check,
and then but
check.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
There's
Good
nothing.
body image, confidence, fun.
I'll tell you what's wrong with it. She's the most vapid. I'm sorry. She's so vapid and just shallow, and the whole show is about why is she still single? It's because she's.
Sounds to me.
It's because
like you're watching a reality show of the times. You sound woke.
It's because she's absolutely like not attractive in terms of her personality. Her personality is terrible, and it has nothing to do with her physical appearance. She's beautiful.
But she sounds brave.
She is, but the show itself is just very.
What channel is this on?
I think it's on TLC, but I watch it on HBO Max.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm intrigued. It sounds like she's a comfy gal that's comfortable in her own skin. She's down to party.
I mean, I can't look away.
Has a little cashola in the pocket.
Listen, it's filmed in Greensboro. So I'm always like, oh, Greensboro's only an hour and a half away from here. Like, why can't I just accidentally run into Whitney Way-Thor and be on My Big Fat Fabulous Life sometime?
Well, you're the only one shit talking the show right now. So
I know.
Why would you want to be in a show that you shit talk?
I don't know.
Or are you only shit talking because you know what you're doing right now? Angela? Let me tell you what you're doing. This is therapy.
I like it.
You are just trying to save face.
Listen, I'm not.
You like it.
I like it.
There's nothing wrong with her.
Millions of people like it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, millions of people hate it. But I like it. I'm leaning in. I'm letting you know.
There's nothing wrong with that. I know a program you watch that I thought you would talk about way faster than that.
It's going to come up,
I'm
too.
sure. Good.
Yeah, it is.
I got
All right, keep
comments.
going. What's your next one?
Okay. So what about Trimmers? I love Encino Man.
Oh, yeah, I know
Brendan
you do.
Fraser and Pauly Shore.
Yeah, and that's, that's
absurd.
Legit. It's absurd.
It's absurd.
It's legit that you should love that.
It's such a good movie. Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Brendan
Sometimes
Fraser.
I feel like
so many montages. You can't get too many montages in one movie. I love all the montages. Multiple montages.
Montage Central.
It's so good. I mean, there's a caveman. He becomes a cool high school kid that can't talk. He can bark. But he becomes the most popular kid in school. Yeah. Please. These are movies. And also everything I'm telling you, these are movies I quote constantly. Like there's a mean guy who's like, shush, please. I mean, this, it's all quotable.
I know.
Go ahead.
Not mad at it. One of the movies or one of the shows that keeps coming up for me over and over and over is, and I don't know if people think this is bad. I mean, I think it's great, but it's whenever I have it on, Frank is like, turn this off. It's terrible. I can't believe you're watching this. As time goes by, it's a PBS show. It's starring Judi Dench and Jeffrey Palmer, and it is okay. It's not bad. It's heartwarming, but it is cheesy AF. And
Judi Dench is in something cheesy.
Yes.
Have you seen Notes on a Scandal?
I know. I love Notes on a Scandal.
That's so fun.
That's such a good movie.
Love that movie. Oh
I want to go watch that right now.
It's on HBO.
Or is it on it right now?
Anyway, but when did she go cheese?
Well, it's in the 80s and 90s, and it's just kind of got this cheesy premise.
This is an old show.
Yeah, and it's like a PBS, it's like a BBC kind of thing, and it's kind of a
Britbox
sitcom.
No,
yeah, kind of Britboxy. I know. It's about this couple, and they've fallen in. They're reunited. They were he went off to war, and so then they were separated, and she was supposed to have written to him, and he never got the letters, and blah blah blah, and then they end up
So it's
re-meeting
called
like
The
many
Notebook.
years. Yeah, it's basically The Notebook, but in like Judi Dench and Jeffrey Palmer's
Listen,
style.
I love both
And
of them.
the worst part about the show actually is this one character named Lionel who is just over the top, and he's like,
When have you met a Lionel character that you liked?
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Jeffrey Palmer's name is Lionel. The guy who's awful is named Alistair. And Alistair is like, lie, hey, lie, hey, lie. And he calls him lie. It's just, it's cringe.
Well, but you love
It's,
it.
but I love it. And I think a lot of other people, this is one of the things about this. I love a lot of these shows that are terrible. I mean, really, they're not that great. However, it's kind of like fast food, right?
You're getting
People
something
like
out of it.
fast food. People like fast food.
I
If people didn't
love
like
it.
fast food, there wouldn't be a fast food place on every corner. I've said this on the podcast before. So obviously, people like Small Wonder. Okay, people are watching it enough to
It
where
was
it
a
was on
hit
the air,
show.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I'm saying.
anyway, keep going. What's your next one?
Okay, my next one is okay. Crossroads, starring Britney Spears. I
Yeah, that was.
love Crossroads.
Oh, wait a minute.
You can't
Give me
even
the
watch it.
give
It's
me
so
the
it's
give
so
me the
crazy.
premise of Crossroads again. I can't remember.
Well, it was Britney Spears
Oh, God,
has just
right.
graduated high
Britney
school, and her
Spears.
father is Dan
Right.
Aykroyd.
Oh my God,
And
right.
she's very smart. She's like a brainiac.
Oh, yes.
And she's
Right.
going to college and doing all this, but she also can sing.
Right.
So she and her two gal pals hit the road to do and like
Oh my
run away
God.
and hit the road to do an audition to be a singer or something. And she
Right.
meets this bad boy along the way. She goes to talk to Kim Cattrall, who is Samantha
Kim
Jones
Cattrall.
from Sex and the City.
Kim Cattrall shows up, of course.
And
Yeah,
she's not
perfect.
nice. Anyway, it's so good. I can't find it to buy it. I want to own it so that I can watch it whenever I want to. And like, it's so weird that they won't let you buy it. Like you can't, they have these like, I have like alerts, like when
Oh,
Crossroads is available to watch.
I have an idea for you. You should call that guy from New York that you got all those
Jesus.
DVDs from.
All right. I
I wonder if he's still available.
I never called him. He was on
maybe
Craigslist.
you could email him and see if
Okay.
he's still available. You
Jerry.
could go.
Well, listen.
Was his name Jerry? I don't remember his name being Jerry, but Jerry sounds about right. It could be like a Mike or a.
That was my weird
Larry.
DVD collector person, and I you
that
know
was
what?
People. If you don't know that story, that is a good one that we did cover, and I'm not sure which episode we covered it on, but Natalie did follow a Craigslist ad wherein she purchased some ripped DVD television shows from a guy in Manhattan who just had this business of making
Steve.
DVDs.
His name was Steve.
Steve. And
But-
she directed him to meet at the building where we
Well,
work.
at our
And Natalie
work, I wasn't gonna
told the
tell him where I
man where she
lived.
worked.
You
And then
came down there with me.
I had to go down there and escort her because she was, that was.
It was like this special DVD
Boy.
collector, and he had all these
Yeah.
like obscure things that I was like, oh
Right.
my God, he has a list.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
anywho,
Anyway.
but you could get,
But maybe Crossroads.
No,
Crossroads.
I don't want to email. I think that I just
but
keep
maybe
waiting
you
for
could
it.
find Crossroads somewhere. I mean, maybe you can find it somewhere.
But I try. Like it's
Yeah.
never like everybody. You know why? Because everybody wants to own it.
No,
'Cause it's so
is that
bad.
what it
It's
is?
so good.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And she like was dating Justin Timberlake at the time and like sings an
Oh, yeah.
NSYNC song, and everyone's like, "Oh my God,
boy.
she's doing that in the movie because they're dating." OMG, all caps. This is
Wait,
crazy.
was this in the patchwork denim phase?
Yes.
Of the world?
I'm not a girl.
Oh my God! Remember those? Remember they showed up
Not
at
yet a
VMAs or whatever.
woman. But
It's
she
that
does
era.
that. I'm not a girl, not yet a woman.
Oh, that's the song from the movie.
It's that album. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Keep going because I have
But
a
she
lot.
does this in
I
the
have a
movie.
lot
She does
more to
this in
get
the
through.
movie. She does this in the movie. Na 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 na. Like that. To the bad boy who also can play the piano. Na 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 na.
Oh,
Like
boy.
that. Okay, your turn.
Okay. This is a show that if it comes on TV, I'm going to watch it. Don't even try to stop me. Forget about it. It's called Petticoat Junction. I don't know if anybody in this entire listening audience knows what this is.
Is this like an antique roadshow?
It is. Petticoat Junction is from the 60s, and it was a show based on a little hotel that was on this little railroad line, and it was run this little tiny hotel run by this woman, and she had these
Oh, I'm
these
sorry, I was
three
asleep. What were you
daughters,
saying?
and the daughters are all like the opening of Petticoat Junction is these three bombshell chicks, and they're all taking baths in a giant water tank, and then their little towels go over the edge of the water tank, and then they pop up, and they're all like naked in there, and then like it's this whole thing. It's like, well, we're heading on down to the junction, and then the song is all Petticoat Junction, and it is
Doesn't
the
sound like they're wearing any
cheesiest.
petticoats.
They're not in the opening credits. That is the part
So
of the
it's the
sex
naked
appeal of
show.
this show. It's part of the sex appeal of the show. And then it's just so cheesy. Like all the people who come into town on this railroad line and come stay at this little hotel, and it's Uncle Joe. There's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction. Petticoat Junction. It is horrible.
Maybe I just want to watch it for the intro.
I want you to watch the intro of Petticoat Junction
I'll
just
just
because
YouTube that.
I'm gonna send it to you because it's I just want to I do too. I just want to watch but then I also get into the show too. Anyway, okay, move
Cool.
on. That's it. Petticoat Junction. If you're listening and you know about Petticoat Junction, please weigh in. Okay? I know that there's at least one or two people.
Somebody please weigh in.
I bet my friend Kathy, who listens to us, I bet she knows about Petticoat Junction.
Come on, Kathy.
Kathy, if you're out there,
Come on.
vouch for me. Yep.
I have two more that I have to talk about before we do a chick song.
Okay.
But I love
have two more too.
the movie Hot Chick is one of my favorite movies ever. And it stars Rob Schneider.
You made me watch
Rachel
that in New York.
McAdams. I did make you. I can't believe you laughed so hard. You did,
girl. I was
It's
probably under
me,
the influence.
Jessica.
It was.
It's a body swap, which we love a body swap movie.
We do love a body swap.
With Rachel McAdams and Rob Schneider.
Yes.
It's hysterical. Now, we can't do a whole episode dedicated to Hot Chick, or I would have already done it because it's, it's an older Adam Sandler type film.
Yeah.
You get
probably
it. So
not appropriate for some of the
but the movie is like
themes.
I love Rob Schneider playing Rachel McAdams, like Jessica. It's just it's hilarious.
Yes.
You think you're so cool because you can pee with your penis. I mean, it's like all of these. Lauren and I quote it all the time. It's one of our joint favorite family movies. No, but
I don't say that to Frank either. But maybe we should start. Yeah.
Well, if I think he's acting too cool, I'll just let him know I know why.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's that's funny that you should bring that up because I almost can't get through movies like that. Like I
love all Rob Schneider, all the Deuce Bigelow movies.
I can watch,
give me.
Yeah,
give
I
me
can
the Deuce
watch
Bigelow
like 20
movies.
minutes of something like that, and then I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm being forced to watch something that I cannot get through. That's why I like cheesy reality shows and sitcoms that are like 20 minutes long and I'm through it. You know?
I get an hour and a half of Rob Schneider being ridiculously insane as Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. Sign me up. Or playing a body swap. Gimme.
You must have like way more attention span than I do.
No. I don't think I do. But I don't think it takes a lot of attention.
So do you look at your phone when you're watching it? Is it one of those things?
Yeah,
where,
I mean, I
can
can
look
now
at your
since
phone?
I've seen him so much. Well,
Right.
I've seen him so much I can look up for my favorite parts.
Right.
Like in Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, Amy Poehler plays the Tourette's person. She's like, nipple biter. I mean, like, it's just like each person he dates is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's another one I love so much.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But
you know what this brings up for me right now is the next one on my list is
what?
Walk Hard. The
That's not a bad movie.
I know, but
that's one of my favorite movies ever made.
Me too. We love that movie.
I don't know people that don't love Walk Hard. I know we can't talk about all of it.
We can't talk about all of it on Put Your Books Down because
but the thing is about that movie, Angela, it's making fun of what was that?
The
Johnny Cash movie. And making fun of like how Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, all these Elvis, everybody was dating these kids.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But we quote it all the time.
It's making fun of what is the Johnny Cash Reese Witherspoon?
Yeah, what is that? Oh, it's
Take a Walk.
Jeepers. Walk
Ring
on the Wild Side. Ring of Fire. No,
it's
not Walk Hard.
Walk the Line.
Walk the Line.
Thank you, Darren. I like the song Walk Hard better than Walk the Line.
Me too. And I also like Let's Do It.
In ways that make us feel good. Let's do it. And I also love Dewey. I've been halved pretty bad.
So good.
I mean, that movie is like, and where do you think we got our whole thing? Dewey Cox were like, what's going on in here? You got 10
I
minutes
know.
going, do we get out of here? You don't want no part of this. What are y'all doing? We're smoking reefer. You don't want no part of this. I think I do. He's like, well, what does it do? It turns all your bad feelings into good ones. I mean, we quote Walk
And then
Hard
and
all.
then Dewey says, "I think I want
I
some of
think
that
I want
reefer."
some of that reefer or
Yeah,
that
it's good.
cocaine.
And then
It's so good.
it accelerates to cocaine, and then it's like crystal meth, and then it's like
And then
heroin, and then
you
it's
got Paul Rudd and
dude,
Jason Schwartzman
but
and everyone doing
it
the Beatles. The
ugh,
Beatles.
I know, it's too good. It's too
It's
good.
so good. That's not
Okay,
bad.
that's not on.
That
So,
should have won Best Picture.
okay.
Just saying.
Okay. So that's
Oh,
Walk
I
Hard,
love
everybody.
it.
I love it too. In
Okay.
my mind, you're blowing me some kisses. That's
Um,
just what I love. Okay, anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
that's
Go ahead.
so good. All
You're
right, my
next.
last one I'll mention, and I will watch it as an adult because it's hard to watch. But there's a part in this movie that is so wrong for me to be laughing at so hard, but I am because here we are
Yeah.
in life. And it's Mac and Me, and it's about the little alien boy, little Mac, that comes and lands on. You don't remember Mac and Me? The little clay alien,
No.
Mac and Me.
No. I don't even know what you're
The
talking
minute
about.
you Google it, you'll
I don't
remember
know what
it.
you're talking about,
It's this
Wallace.
little claymation. It's like the 80s claymation. And it's
Oh,
this, it's
boy.
like real people with this little claymation alien named Mac. And he's like this little tiny hero. But the
Oh,
boy
man.
that he finds is confined to a wheelchair. And there's this part in the movie that I watch and I think makes me laugh so hard. I think I may have like kind of peed my pants a little bit. Like
Oh,
even
boy.
watching it as an adult, he's in this wheelchair
Yeah.
and his wheelchair lets out and he's like going down the steepest grassy
Oh.
knoll
Oh,
you've
boy.
ever seen in your life. And just in this the music and the screaming, and then he flies off the cliff, and it's obviously a dummy.
Yeah,
And he lands in
obviously.
this water. But little Mac, the little alien, saves him. But it's a whole thing, this whole movie. And I think Jennifer Aniston, this was her first movie. I
Oh,
just
my
heard that on a
gosh.
podcast. I don't remember her in
Well,
it, but
now you've got me
Mac
intrigued, though.
and
I actually
Me
want to watch this.
is worth a revisit. And I'm not laughing at people confined to wheelchairs. It's just like the way it's a kid. It's obviously fake. It's not real, but
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Everyone listening to this looks at Instagram videos of people like, falling into a boat, falling off a boat, or grandma slipping through the
Oh, yeah.
cracks at
That one
the
where
boat dock.
grandma wants to be the first one on the boat, and then she falls off the
Yes.
dock. You've sent me that,
Anyone
and
that's listening to this, send me all of those things.
oh my gosh,
All of that
I
makes
will
me laugh
sit
so hard. I love
same.
a kid that gets hit with like a pelican, or like I love someone being thrown off somewhere, or like anything like that. I love that. But
That one of the
Mac and
kid that
Me,
the
so
one of the
good.
kid that, like, opens the door, and then, like, the wind takes him, and he goes flying off the
Oh,
door, and it's
because
caught on
they're okay.
the
Listen,
Ring camera.
they're
Yeah, they're
okay.
okay, but it
They're
is
all
just
right.
so funny to look at, like, all that slapstick stuff makes me laugh my head off.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know what? You know what I think I'm finding out about all this?
What?
Like what you like.
Like what you like.
Just like what you like. It's okay.
If it's not hurting
People,
anybody,
it's
like
not
what
hurting
you
anybody.
like.
Like what you like. If you like terrible movies, if you like terrible sitcoms, who
I like good
cares?
movies. I like good movies. I
I
like
like
bad movies.
smart movies.
Oh,
I like
sure.
dumb movies.
Yeah.
I still like Wayne's World.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I know all the words.
And I know it's not people, it's
And the
not everybody's
soundtrack's
cup of
amazing.
tea. It's not everybody's cup of
Who
tea.
doesn't love Wayne's World?
I don't know, but I'm just
I
saying,
don't
I'm
know
sure it's
anyone
not
that
everybody's.
doesn't.
I don't
Well,
think my mom would like Wayne's World, for
all right. I'm
example.
talking about
Okay.
people we like actually hang out with.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, most people are like, why would I waste my time watching that? But you
It's
know
not
why?
a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time because
One, it's got Mike Myers, but two, most of all, it has
Tia
Dana
Carrera.
Tia Carrera and Dana Carvey. It's got Rob Lowe.
All
It's
right.
got Chris Farley.
I'm going to select my last little thing to tell you for what I watch that is absolutely terrible. I mean, I'm not going to say Sister Wives because I watch Sister Wives. It's a given. Everybody knows I watch Sister Wives. I can't get enough of it. I
Obviously,
held
neither
out
can
for
the rest of
19
the world
seasons.
because there's 20 fucking seasons of this man, this
Yeah,
misogynist,
awful. Terrible,
Rainbow
awful.
Bright man that's just what the worst unicorn haircut I've ever seen.
Awful. But I will just say this. In my watching of things that are pretty terrible, I cannot get enough of old game shows because they are the most cringe. Okay. I'm talking Classic Concentration. I'm talking Password. I'm talking Family Feud.
Oh,
I'm talking, oh my God. They are
The
the
Family
old
Feud
ones, though.
kills me.
The
No, I
old
know,
ones,
like the
though.
old, yeah.
Because the Richard Dawson coming over and kissing everybody, and he's disgusting,
On the
and then,
mouth.
like, on the mouth and, like, flirting openly, and it's so gross, and you're just like, "Oh god, what
It's
have
because
we."
it's cringe palooza.
It is cringe palooza, and I feel like back in those days, and oh my god, even Classic Concentration with Alex Trebek was the host of that, and
Is
the
it
people it
Alec or
was
Alex?
it's Alex.
Okay, I always get it
Alex
wrong.
Trebek. I always say
Okay,
Alec Trebek, but it's Alex Trebek.
okay.
He was even cheesy. He was even
I can't
flirting.
imagine that
You can't
dry
even imagine it because he
person.
seems so classy in Jeopardy, but man, he was and I'm just saying it's terrible and I cannot get enough of any of the old game shows.
That's so
Match Game,
fun.
their password, Betty White was always on there. Like they're just but they are Natalie, they're cheesy.
That's fun.
And I love it.
Well,
Can't get enough.
good.
That
You
is
know what?
and
Proud of you.
again, I say,
I love
if
it, you
you are,
love
if
it.
you, I love that I love it too. And if you want to come over, anybody who's listening right now, well, within reason, if you want to come over to my house and sit on my couch and queue up some old TV game shows on Buzzer, on Roku Live, come over. We'll sit here. We'll make a mimosa. We'll
Buckle
watch
up.
some old game shows.
Get ready.
It just get ready.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Fasten your seatbelt because
That's at
it's
least
going
a
to be
6-hour day.
it's a 6-hour day.
I mean, it's a 6-hour
day.
hang.
It's a 6-hour hang. I can
Yeah.
make dinner. I can make breakfast, lunch, and dinner in that time.
Hey,
frankly.
don't tempt her with a good time.
Exactly. Don't tempt
She
me
makes
with a
really
good
good
time.
food too.
I do. Pretty good cook over here. Anyway, so that's it. Now tell me what you had for a chick.
I love that I didn't, and I figured out one.
Chicka chicka. Bow bow.
Oh
Yeah. What you got, girl?
Okay, so I'm including one of my favorite awful movies is my chick stop
Yes.
because it has these
Yes.
amazing chicks in it too.
Oh yeah. What is it?
Batman Forever.
Yes.
That is when Val Kilmer played Batman, and it is atrocious.
It is
But you've got
atrocious.
like, oh wait, I'm thinking Batman and Robin too. But Batman Forever was Nicole Kidman,
Oh yeah.
and wasn't it also the Riddler, Jim Carrey, the Riddler,
Oh boy.
and yes, and Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face.
Yes.
So
oh my gosh.
Nicole Kidman plays the Kim Basinger. It's what I'll always call that. And
That
then I
role,
think it was like Drew Barrymore was in it. Debbie Mazar was in it.
Oh my god.
And I'll combine with another horrible movie I watch a lot is Batman and Robin that's with George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell. And then Uma Thurman is Poison Ivy.
God. Yeah. Yes.
I'm talking about the terrible Batman movies with these fine, wonderful women.
Yes.
Right?
I know.
Like,
Well,
these are big names.
Well, and they're doing it because they know it's going to be a box office hit, and they need something to do like that. That's just going to give them like royalties forever, right?
But like you watch these movies
there's a
because
lot of money
these
put
big
into
names.
these movies,
Yes,
even
but
though they're terrible.
no, Val Kilmer as Batman was garbage. George Clooney
Yeah.
garbage. But like the women
Yeah.
in these movies make it so entertaining because you're like, oh my god,
Yes.
Uma Thurman is Poison Ivy. This is crazy.
Yes.
Nicole Kidman. I mean, like all of these, like, and this was in the '90s. This is like huge stars.
Yes.
And
the
Nicole
90s.
Kidman.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. That woman, I don't see her career slowing down anytime soon.
Exactly right. Exactly
She
right.
is in every peripheral part of your
Oh my
vision
gosh. Oh, she
on
is.
TV and movies,
She's
everything.
Done so
And
much.
I'm so celebrating her. I think that
I know.
like for her, she's had like 8 Renaissance moments with her career.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's just like she
think of her,
don't
and
stop.
Think of her like married to Tom Cruise. Like it all began like.
Well, it makes
before-
sense. They both got the Riz,
It's crazy,
you know, like I get it.
though. She was married to Tom Cruise. That was like a million years ago, though.
Yeah.
And lifetimes have occurred since she was married to Tom Cruise. You know,
Well,
look at
now
what
she's
she's
married
done.
to Keith Urban.
I know, but look at what she's done in that time. She's a
Well, she's
dynamo.
won Academy
that Nicole
Awards.
Kidman.
She's won Emmys. She's won Golden Globe. I mean, like she
And
has.
somehow she's managed to keep that skin looking like
she looks like a porcelain
angel.
doll, and you know she's needs to keep it
Yeah.
cool. But like, yeah,
Yeah,
she's doing
she
great.
does need to keep it cool.
She's keeping it cool. I think she's
She
had
is.
moments where she wasn't keeping it cool. Now she's feeling cool.
Yep. Yeah. I think,
I
it's
think
cool
she
now.
looks really cool right now.
I do too. I loved her in that last little thing we talked about. What was it called? The the thing on that Netflix or whatever it was
The
that I just
Perfect
watched.
Wife.
Yes, The Perfect
I didn't
Wife. That was
finish it. Or
good.
Perfect Couple. No, The
Perfect
Perfect
Couple.
Wife
The
was the
Perfect
thing. Oh,
Couple.
I haven't finished it.
I liked it. Frank and I
No,
watched
I
the
want
whole
to.
thing. Ooh,
But I want to
speaking
watch
of,
Lioness. Like, I need to watch
dude,
Lioness. Like, I've heard that's
you need to watch The
amazing.
Diplomat. Have you watched The Diplomat?
I'm starting it because I love Carrie Russell. I know.
It's so good.
I
It's
know.
so good.
I know.
It's so good. Frank and I just finished it.
But
It's
that's
so,
clearly
so
not an
good.
awesomely bad show.
No, it's
That's
not.
just a
It
good
doesn't.
show.
It does not fall in the category, but it's very
No,
hard
but
to
I
follow.
love Carrie Russell.
A lot of twists and turns. Yeah.
Love her.
Anyway,
Okay, girlfriend.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
It was
That was
fun.
a fun chat. I know.
I don't feel bad
It's
about
like
anything I shared. I don't feel
I don't
weird about
either.
it.
I don't feel weird about it at all. And I just
Mm-mm.
want people to lean into what they like and just, you know what? If people give you shit in your life for liking something that they don't like, you know what I say to them? I've got a little something to tell you. Read between the lines. That's what I want to say. Put up your 3 fingers and say, read between the lines. You dig?
Oh, because that's okay. That's the middle finger.
It's the
I've
middle
never heard that
finger.
before. Okay. I
Read
never
between the
in my
lines.
life. Got it. Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm just
Yeah, you're just a straight up flip the bird.
well, it's like everyone makes fun of me and my family because I do like the whole bird, the whole finger.
Well, as opposed to doing the balls.
doing the Eminem like rap like the I own a gun middle finger.
No, I think this represents bees.
No,
And this is
I've never. I
that's
just
what that-
know I'm like this, and everyone's like, "Whoa, that's a serious one middle finger," and they're all like,
yeah. You're not playing.
I'm
I think-
hardcore. I've seen 8 Mile.
I think the way that second one is the bees. I think you need to go look into that. Anyway, I don't want to have it be a thing on the pod. I don't want us to get a dirty rating for me
Thank you.
saying that was D's and B's, but anyway, this is a sort of our in between after Christmas, pre New Year's. And I just want to say to you, Natalie, what a great year we've had. And
Yeah.
to our listeners, thank you for being here with us continuously. And again, thank you for just hanging out with us on Put Your Damn Books Down.
Oof.
Once in a while. You just got to put your books down. You can go back to watching your news programs. You can go back to reading your books. I mean, Frank reads books. I mean, I try to read books. I listen to books. I listen to books now.
I like to listen to a book. I'll read a book.
I love to read a book.
I'll read a book.
We love books.
Whatever.
But every now and then you still got to put your books down because you've got to take a breather, people.
I need to listen to things that don't matter.
Yes, and be ridiculous.
That's what we are trying to do for you.
That is what we're trying to do for you here. That is exactly what we're trying to do. So thank you for being along on this journey with us. And to you, Natalie, I will say, namaste. Xanadu, do 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 do, Xanadu. While we are here in Xanadu, Xanadu, we are here all night for you shine. For
all right, okay, my turn.
Xanadu,
all right, I'm gonna have to. All right, that was all right. Angela,
oh, sorry. Yes,
come back to me.
yes, Natalie.
What I need to say to you.
Yes.
I am not a singer, so obviously won't go on a rant.
You are a singer.
No, I'm not. But I will say to you, namaste, Angela, to you, and namaste to me. And I'm going to say namaste again. Namaste. Not yet a woman. I'm not a girl. Not yet a woman. Na, 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 na. That's my Britney Spears. And thank you. Good night.
And on that note, goodbye.
I love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. Now, isn't that better? Thanks for listening. Feel free to leave us a review and be sure to subscribe wherever you get your shows. Put Your Books Down is produced by ClantonCreative.com.